Hello, welcome to this week's Tippy Tuesday. I'm your host, Chris Bradford, and today I am at Main St Amusements here in downtown Lafayette. This is a place that I love, my kids love. I bring some of my clients here. I'm going to meet with the owner, Dan St. John, to talk about his unique place. I guess it's a shop, an arcade, whatever you want to call it. So let's get started. Dan St. John of Main St Amusements, and Dan, kind of tell me, how did you get started in this business?
Good question. It was kind of almost by accident. I basically bought this building downtown just to remodel the upstairs to live in, and I had this extra space down here. Originally I was just going to rent it out, and I had a few of these games already, and it kind of got the idea that maybe it'd be nice to have my own little workshop back here and put a few games out front and see what happens, and it's kind of taken off from there. You know, if someone came in here and asked you what I did for a living, you'd probably say I ran an arcade. If they asked me, I'd probably say that I repaired pinball machines for a living, because that's the bulk of what I do back here. That the part out there kind of takes care of itself.
Yeah.
So I've always enjoyed working on them. So this is the fun part for me. I like playing them too, but it's a little bit more of a challenge when you find a game like this that's, 40, 50 years old that hasn't been touched in maybe 20 or 30 years and bring it back to life. That's a lot of fun for me. That's very satisfying. Yeah, for me it's a repair shop. For everybody else it's an arcade. But yeah, it's the best part for me is working on the old games, the old electromechanical games. Nobody really works on those anymore. It's the newer games. You get into the newer solid state games, a lot of them, the diagnostics are built in. The old games, you have to get an old schematic, roll it out, and just kind of do some old-fashioned detective work to get them going. I'm much better on pinball. Pinball, I know what I'm doing. I've never not been able to fix a pinball machine. The arcade games, it's kind of hit or miss. That's a little bit out of my realm. But usually, the good thing is the arcade games take a lot less maintenance, so it's not too tough to get them back in shape. The older pinball machines, it can be a little bit more of a challenge. Yeah. The brand new games we get basically from a distributor, and we've got on our pinball machines we've got everything from the 70s through brand new games, and it's pretty evenly split right now. I think if you look out there on the left side of the room, it's all older games, maybe 70s through the 80s, and then on this side you get through the 90s right up through this year.
Are there any events that you do here?
Yeah, people that run leagues here. We do tournaments. We do a tournament the third Tuesday of every month. We usually do a league on Tuesday nights. We do that 4 times a year. We're kind of between leagues right now. Yeah. Usually Tuesday nights are a big night for events like that. Our people aren't cutthroat competitive here. It's more of a social thing.
Gotcha.
A lot of people, believe it or not, take pinball very seriously, and
I believe it.
You can kind of suck the joy out of a game that way.
Do you have any partnerships with other businesses around here?
Not really, but downtown everybody knows everybody. Everybody's pretty friendly. We kind of feed off each other. It's not a competitive environment down here at all. We're in a perfect spot. We get people going from the bars. They get the people that, like when we have a tournament, a lot of times we'll draw people from out of state for that. That'll stay in a hotel, spend money downtown. So it's a win-win for everybody.
Okay. Well, very cool. Well, thank you for talking with me. I think this place is awesome. I bring my kids here all the time.
I appreciate that.
I also
every quarter helps.
Here. Yeah.
Nice.
So I brought some out of town guys from California, and I just kind of showed them, hit some of my favorite places. This was one of the stops, and I couldn't hardly get out. So, yeah.
Well, it's good to hear. It's nice to have. We've got a nice variety downtown.
Yeah.
A lot of oddball businesses like this, and that's what kind of gives downtown its character, I think.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
Hey, thanks for talking to me.
Right. Well, that about does it for this week's Tippy Tuesday. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe to my channel. Check out my website, www.realbradford.com. Leave a message. Let me know what Lafayette businesses you'd like to see highlighted. I'll do a segment on it. And remember, take care and keep it real.